Look at how cute this little foxy is! I mean, I know it's gonna come with instructions. Yeah, looks like instructions. I'm gonna have to actually read and follow instructions for once. Ugh. But, like, it's so cute. I mean, oh, that's styrofoam. Okay. It's so cute. I got him twice. But, you know, it's me. Do you think the orange was gonna be satisfactory? Did I go out and spend too much money on this? The only other pinks I found that were less money were like a buttload in shipping, so... And I don't know if it came with less wool than this, but this is what we're doing. Is that going to be enough for two? I don't know, I think I'm going to run out. Okay, so these are the instructions. I got all this, and then I got all that, and I'm already overwhelmed. Gosh. I don't even... Okay. Before you start poking the wool, first roll the wool. This is going to really irritate my inability to speak, so we're going to have some stuttering going on here. Into all the shapes you desire. Poke vertically to compress the wool. It's probably what my little test tube is for. Oh my god. I'm already panicked. Oh my god. We'll just put one in. Is this really what it... Okay. Well, don't argue with the kit. Follow instructions. Use different wool, already breaking instructions. Okay. Poke horizontally or 180 degrees to blend two pieces together. Remember to leave some untied wool at the joint end so that the two pieces... What do you mean untied? What? Change the side you're felting often to avoid felting the pad. What does that mean? Is it this thing? Is this what I'm not... Oh, it's already in shape. Oh, I just noticed. Okay. So I guess this is what we do first. So I did buy some wool one time because it was something I was like, hey, maybe this would be kind of neat to try. And then I never did, and then I got rid of it, and I just couldn't resist the little foxes. And, you know, I would have saved money had I just done the kit as it was, but I knew I was not going to be able to, like, just sit down and do it until I had pink. So I really don't know what to do with all this extra because I didn't even touch the orange. And you only need, like, a minimal amount of black and brown. Like, a teeny tiny little bit amount. Like, a seed, the size of a seed. That's pretty much all you needed. But, yeah, I'm not sure how much progress it looks like I'm making on here. Also, it was when I was kind of going through this that I realized that I forgot to add the little white muzzle part on the second one. And as much as that bothers me, at the same time, I am so sick and tired of stabbing myself with this thing. I mean, when you sew, you know you're gonna sooner or later stab yourself a time or two with a sewing needle. No, this thing is so much bigger. And honestly, like, my finger was sore for a little bit from one of the stabs because it, like, went in sideways and it made a mark. And I cut the skin. Not, like, anything ridiculously bad or whatever. It was just one of those, like, surface things that are just a little bit more tender. I'm a little done and over this. But as I was putting the first one together, I definitely did not know what I was doing. So honestly, if there's anyone out there that has any experience with this stuff, yeah, let me know some stuff that I did wrong. I realized later that the instructions were like, oh yeah, take a pad or a sponge or something. Yeah, no, I understand why now, and I'd completely missed that, but I don't really have a sponge readily available. I would have to go buy one. I'm sure they're cheap enough, but you know what? It's whatever's done is done. I'm just wondering, like, someone more experienced with needle felting, if it would have came closer to the picture than what I ended up doing, because mine look pretty bad. I mean, I think even experience might not get it exactly like the picture, of course, because, I mean, there's going to be the slight differences and all that jazz, but, I mean, this was meant to look like the picture, right? Right? I just feel like I need that answer at this point. That's all I need. And maybe some ideas on what to do with the rest of this wool, because, well, actually, no, I can use the pink wool for some other stuff. So, I mean, I guess there's that. I guess that means I also have to keep the pointy tools of death. And, I mean, I could use those for other things, too. I don't necessarily need to use them as pointy, stabby things of death. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Also, with the first one, like, when I was doing the head, I was like, I don't know which way. I don't know where the nose is anymore. And I was actually kind of worried that, like, with how much I was stabbing, if the styrofoam underneath was going to lose shape. I don't know. Maybe it does a little bit. I mean, you can still tell there's a shape there? Question mark. I think I kept the shape better on the second one. Like, I'm looking at them now, and the first one just looks like it has kind of a flat head. So maybe I did crush it a little bit. I don't know. Is that how that works? They have like the little white shinies in the eyeballs. Maybe I made the eyes too small. Actually, the eyes look two different sizes as they are. But that's beside the point. Because when I tried to add the little white for the highlight in the eyeball, it just kind of like sunk right in and disappeared into the void. So I cheated. I don't care. I cheated and I used a little bit of paint. And then I was like, wait, I forgot to paint them purple first. Because I wasn't buying a whole thing of purple purple wool just for this teeny tiny little area. So I'm like, yeah, no, we're just going to paint. It always comes down to painting. And I did forget to be in camera for most of that painting, but I did paint it. I mean, look, you know it. I know it. God knows it. Everybody knows it. It was eventually going to come down to painting. Okay, there was going to be paint involved no matter what with this. I don't know. I thought it being a kid, it might be kind of beginner friendly. And it is and it isn't. Like, I suppose if it's a smart beginner, it might be fine. But I'm an idiot, so, like I said, the whole sponge thing, yep, completely over my head. Just, I have no excuse other than, I swear, I could have swore I probably read that, but somewhere in there I, like, totally forgot and overlooked it. I do think I had a little bit easier time getting the wool on the head of this second one, and I'm sure we figured it out by now, and, well, anyone who's watched a few videos so far, thank you. But this is Lyra and Lyren, and I didn't really intentionally start with Lyra, who has the big open eyes. I was just, like, kind of involved figuring this out and doing it like the picture, so I'd put the big eyes. I didn't even try and, like, stab Lyren some eyes. I just kind of used the tip and painted. Yeah. And then there's always the little fuzzy sticking out. And, I mean, I know the picture on the product needs to look as good as it absolutely can. So, I mean, I wouldn't expect there to be the little fuzzies floating, but is there a way to tame that when you're doing this? Or is it just, because I just took my scissors and I trimmed it up a little bit, and there's still, like, fuzzies, but it's not as dramatic as it was before. But, yeah. Also, I wanted to make the tail floofy, but, I mean, I think you can only make the tail so floofy on this thing. So I didn't, like, over stab it, but I did do the stabbies. The tail is the easiest part to put on. I'm just gonna say that now. I think I placed the arms well in the first one, and then I was way off in the second one. I was also giving up at this point, because I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Because I knew I wasn't going to be happy if I didn't do both. Because, I mean, I know the other fox thing I did is just Lyren, but, I mean, the post just didn't work for Lyra, and it was just going to look kind of... I'm not sure how... I'm still not sure. Like, it's grown on me, but it's also like, I don't know. I guess I could see it as it being like a Lyran in a different art style or something. It's just not my cup of tea, though. I don't drink tea. Hot liquids are nasty. But yeah, here they are finished, and the bows are cute. That's all the good I could say about how these turned out. It could have been so cute if it were in someone else's hands, but not mine. And then I realized Lyra's ear was falling off, so I had to take the pointy thing out and try and stick that back on. And of course, I had to stab myself one more time. For good measure. So over this. I don't know if I want to do any more needle felting ever again. But you guys can let me know down below if these are as bad as I think, or if I tortured myself for no good reason and they're as bad as I think, because I think they're as bad as I think. I'll also leave my Discord in the description, of course, and all that jazz. And yeah, I only drew a little bit of blood, a little bit of ooze. I mean, you don't see it on camera, but I'm just so over this. I'll just, showcase their ugliness up close and compare it to the nice, cute picture. I'm done with this. And until next time, bye-bye!